Right now, deliberation underway in the Michelle Troconis trial. Her fate in the hands of a jury, and they must decide whether she is guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with evidence in connection to the death of mom Jennifer-Dulos. Joining me to talk about this morning, what the deliberations could look like, and when we could potentially see a verdict, legal analyst Ray Hassett with Hassett and George. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Keith. Always nice.
I want to jump right into the news of the morning. We are learning that the jury has asked to revisit some testimony from a witness alleging that Michelle Troconis may have been burning things in her fireplace multiple times as part of this all unfolding. What is the significance of that as you see it?
So as we discussed on day one, what has to be established is that she participated in a conspiracy to commit the murder. And as a result, they need an overt act. They need an act to show that she actually did something in conjunction with the conspiracy that helped to fulfill the conspiracy. So in this case, they're looking at why was she burning what she was burning in the fireplace that day? Was it evidence, which has been alleged by the state, or was it something else that she normally did as a practice? So when they brought back Miss Dupron to testify, or they brought back her testimony rather, they were looking at focusing on what she said about those particular incidents, because that's very important. I think the jury is focused on what they need to focus on, which is what did she do, obviously, not whether a murder happened necessarily, but what did she do in conjunction with the murder, and what overt act. And I think that's very important. I think the jury's looking at the right thing at this point.
Take us inside that jury room the best that you can with decades of experience in this field. What is happening in there right now? It sounds like you think they're focused on where they need to be. What do you suspect that dynamic is like inside that room?
So the dynamic's always interesting because juries are a collaboration of people that have come together from different walks of life. They don't know each other. But at this juncture, you have to realize they've been together for a month. They've been eating lunch together. They've been communicating with each other. They may know about each other's families. They may know about each other's lives. And they've come to know each other. And now they have to sit down and make a very difficult decision. They have to collaborate. They've got to unanimously decide what the verdict should be. So the personalities now may come out, and sometimes it's easy to reach a collaborative decision, as in any situation, and sometimes it's difficult. So it depends upon the personalities and the individuals in the room. The court does not give you a specific way how to go about doing this jury decision, this collaboration, but the individuals in the room first pick a foreperson. That foreperson has the ability, hopefully, to direct them in the right direction to get to a decision that it has to be unanimous.
We did not see Kent Mawhinney testify in this, a co-worker of Dulos'. We thought that that may potentially happen. Why do you suspect that didn't unfold that way?
Well, my guess is that Mr. McWhinney is facing similar charges. My thought was that the state may have executed a deal with him similar to what they did with one of the other witnesses, the co-worker of Mr. Dulos, where they gave him immunity. Since they didn't reach a deal with Mr. McWhinney, he's going to have to now testify, so he's probably just sitting back and waiting to see what happens in this trial before he decides exactly how he's going to proceed. I thought for sure that the state would have some agreement with him and bring him forward, because I thought he would be an important witness that could maybe tie certain things together. Since he wasn't there, it was good for the defense. I don't know how good it was for the state, and I think it leaves a little bit of a hole in the case, frankly.
You have joined us from the very beginning, previewing this trial. You suspected it may go into March. Here we are, March 1st, right around the corner. As I ask you to look into your crystal ball, I know you folks love to do this. Do you suspect guilty, not guilty? Where's your head?
It's really tough to say. Obviously, I didn't sit down and watch every piece of evidence and see every individual testify. However, I think that the state has obviously has the burden. I would not be surprised to see if there's a hung jury. And a hung jury is when they can't reach a unanimous decision. And if that's the case, there's a specific procedure that the court needs to follow. The jury will send a note to the judge saying, we've reached an impasse. The judge will bring them back in, and he'll give what's called the Chips-Smith charge, which is you have to listen to each other and understand each other and consider each other's positions and try to come to a decision. And that is a decision, format that's followed in a lot of trials when the jury reaches an impasse. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the one thing the judge will say is that make sure you vote your conscience, because that's what you need to do.
All right, and you suspect we could potentially see a verdict by the close of day tomorrow before we head into the weekend. We will keep an eye on that. Appreciate your insight as always, and please come back as we see a verdict unfold.
My pleasure, Keith. Thank you.
All right.